What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a heart's desire reading for the sign of Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, you guys are last but not least this week on the zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started on your reading. You guys know we do one from the top, which is for your current energy or present energy, one from the bottom for your past energy, okay, and then one energetically from the middle, which is for your future energy. And then we will look at the bottom of the deck for the overall outcome. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you guys, Scorpio. So we have the King of Wands for your present. We have the Lovers for your past. Okay, and then we have the Princess of Cups. Okay, all familiar within these readings. So I'm not going to say new energy alert, only in the sense of how these kind of came out, only because of the fact that Princess of Cups has kind of always seemed to appear in this future energy. Okay, so let's start with your present energy, Scorpios. Fire energy, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Okay, you can have those in your chart, or maybe dealing with someone with that sign. You don't have to. It's just an honorable mention. Okay, but right now, presently, you're in this desire, passionate, determined energy. Okay, this is one of the highest cards when it comes to the minor arcanas, in the sense of if you think of the Ace of Wands. Okay, this is a King of Wands, masculine energy in a sense, but you can be feminine and have a masculine energy. Okay, getting where you fit in. You should know by now we all have masculine and feminine energy. However, like I said, this is a very determined. He has a cape and everything. Okay, he's very determined. All right, so that is where you are presently. Okay, you have your eye on something. Okay, and like I claim the type vibe. Okay, now past energy is the Lovers. Okay, we have two flamingos here with a palm tree behind them. They both coming together to form a heart. Okay, and so it is possibly in the past there was possibly a relationship of some sort from your past. Okay, what is pertaining to that relationship, we won't find out until the clarifiers. However, for you to be into this determined energy, it could go or be twofold, in the sense of presently you turned, as you can see, this King of Wands is turned away from this Lover's card, and so at this point in time you've been more geared towards maybe professional endeavors, things of that nature, or for some of you, you are now free and clear to kind of pursue a relationship again. Okay, as we have the Princess of Cups here. Okay, Princess of Cups, she has this small orb over her head, which would be the crown chakra with the moon. Okay, some hidden feelings. This is future energy. Okay, and so the Princess of Cups is somewhat lighthearted, kind of flirty. Okay, in a sense of be mindful, Scorpio. You could have some people around you that appear to be one way. They have some hidden feelings, as the moon is over this Princess of Cups. Okay, and so it could be some slight manipulative kind of energy as far as a play on emotions. You could have someone around you doing that, okay? So kind of be mindful. For others of you, this is possibly your energy. Again, this is water energy anyway, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And so you could be kind of in this lighthearted sense of sharing some feelings, but also keeping some things hidden, in a sense of testing the waters. Okay. So, with that being said, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck for you, Scorpios. Your co-water sign, Pisces, the moon. Okay. Like I said, some hidden feelings. Okay. The moon is here. You see two mountains with the moon in the middle, and someone's sitting on an iceberg, isolated, alone. Okay. Like I said, Pisces energy, be mindful of anyone who is doing some maybe hidden or manipulative kind of energy. Okay. Hiding their true feelings or their true intentions when it comes to you, okay? Or vice versa, you hiding your intentions towards someone, okay? Something is hidden in regards to this particular situation or you in general, okay? Something that you don't see, okay? So let's get into the clarifiers here. One from the top for the King of Wands, one from the bottom for the Lovers, and then one energetically from the middle. I'm going to go here. One energetically from the middle is for the Princess of Cups, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily for the Moon card to clarify. Okay, so let's see what you have. We have the Two of Voices, which is the Two of Swords with the King of Wands. We have the Hermit with the Lovers, okay? And then we have the Five of Voices, which is the Five of Swords with the Princess of Cups, okay? So let's start here with your present energy, Scorpios. So you have the King of Wands with the Two of Voices, Two of Swords. Feeling a bit blindsided, if you will, okay? You have this pathway with this person walking towards it, two people kind of tearing at their hair here, in one particular person here, okay? Two of Swords is usually in regular writer's weight, someone who is blinded, okay? And is kind of blocking things out, okay? In a sense of being possibly indecisive, okay? While you are determined with this King of Wands energy, you are indecisive about particular actions or action that you should take, okay? You're torn between two sides of yourself in the sense of should I, shouldn't I? Will it, won't it? A lot of things of that nature. Pros, cons, things like that, okay? Dealing too much in that can take that much longer to make a decision, okay? So it's kind of a sense of stop focusing on the cons and focus on why you need to do it, okay? Whatever that decision is for you, especially if it's in reference to a relationship, okay? So things to say, what not to say, those type of decisions, okay? So stick to the truth and nothing but the truth. That's all I can tell you. All right. So with the past energy, you have the Lovers with the Hermit. Okay. This is your past energy. The Hermit is talking about isolation. Okay. Just like I said with this Moon card and this person on the iceberg. Okay. Obviously, there was a relationship and you went into isolation mode. Okay. Either you or the other person went into isolation mode. Get in where you fit in, okay? You walked away from something without saying anything, okay? And presently, you are determined to do what? Possibly try to decide whether or not if you can go back and fix it or not. Okay, it's a coulda, shoulda, woulda type of situation. Sadly, and this doesn't, I'm not attacking you guys, Scorpio. I'm just talking about people in general when I say this. People tend to think after they say something or think after they do something, okay? Because at the time you were possibly thinking irrationally, okay? Um, Based off of something that occurred with you. Not saying that, it was anything wrong with you doing that, but giving someone a heads up is kind of nice, okay? Especially if you are in a relationship, there needs to be some form of communication, okay? So, some form of isolation occurred with this relationship in the past, and now you're trying to determine whether or not if you can even go back to it or not, okay? Future energy. This Princess of Cups with the Five of Voices, which would be the Five of Swords, okay? As you can see from the eyes, there's like a red beam that makes an X, okay? And there's kind of like this olive branch, if you will, above the two heads here, okay? With five other people below, with some birds, possibly ravens, kind of flying around them. They're all in a meditative pose, okay? Usually the Five of Swords defeats some or states some form of defeat, okay, with the Five of Voices. And so you have you have four turning their back, one face forward, with two here, okay? And it could be a form of defeat, but at the same time trying to pass an olive branch of some kind of truce, if you will, okay, is what I'm feeling, all right? And so this is paired with that Princess of Cups, okay? Future energy is possibly trying to be lighthearted and give some form of an olive branch in order to kind of return back, okay? That's either on you or someone else, okay? But like I said, be mindful. There could be some other energies around you, Scorpio, that are trying to kind of play on your vulnerabilities, okay? In the sense of, if there's other things going on with you emotionally, someone could try to, manipulate the situation, okay? So just be mindful of that. Don't know why, but I just feel that energy. Now, the moon card is being clarified by some residual energy from the Cancer reading, along with this Nine of Wands that was underneath, okay? Nine of Voices with the moon, okay? This just came, the Nine of Voices came out in Cancer, but in the present energy, okay? With this moon card, as you know, Nine of Voices is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is usually talking about insomnia, unable to sleep, worry, things of that nature, okay? With this Nine of Voices, it feels like you are in deep thought, okay? You have some either hidden intentions or feelings and thoughts that need to come out, okay? But you have been keeping them hidden, okay? Possibly hidden truths that you're receiving when you are asleep, okay? So your mind is overactive, okay, Scorpios? Your mind is possibly a little bit overactive. Another item I would suggest for you in my shop with overthinking, especially with this Two of Voices energy, okay, in your present, would be the Sanctuary oil, meditation oil that I have at my Etsy shop, okay. It is for overly, overthinking or an overly active mindset, okay. It has lapis lazuli in it, okay, along with some essential oils that help to promote calming the mind and kind of clearing your thoughts as much as as much as possible in a positive way. Okay. There's also lotus leaf as well in that. Okay. So it's a beautiful scent. If you'd like to check that out, it is in my Etsy shop. You can find that link in my About Me page on my channel. Okay, so let's go into your heart oracle to find out what your desires are. In the sense of your final decision or advice. Okay, we'll go by threes and then refer to the bottom of the deck. Scorpio, you have awaiting results. Awaiting results. Number 7, okay, inner strength. Been seeing this card showing up underneath other cards, okay, giving a sense of just that inner strength, looking at the roots flowing kind of through this person underneath from the ground all the way up to the heart space, where it's kind of like a gold apple at the heart space. Okay, so waiting in a sense of, I feel this need of awaiting like fruit to bear all over the tree, but the most integral part is that heart space. Okay, so really grounding yourself and putting in the work into whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish. If it is in reference to reconnecting and rebuilding something with someone, again, if you have Cancer in your chart, you might want to watch the Heart's Desire with Cancer. Okay, but I feel as though that like I said, this card has been popping up a lot this week during the Heart's Desire reads, and even in the past readings from last month. It was kind of peeking out, so it is finally here, in the sense of that is where you are right now. We're going to page 89 in the book here. Like I said, you're already have done what you need to do already, or you need to kind of do things within yourself, and now it's time for you to actually either act or await results in other aspects of your life. Okay, as far as maybe healing, grounding yourself, and within grounding yourself, you're then able to move forward. Okay, or you have not advanced towards someone or something as you should, so this might be a little bit ahead of schedule for some of you. Others of you could be right on time. Okay, again, kind of playing off of your co-water sign in the sense of building resources back in maybe connections as well. Okay, and just awaiting results from that. Okay, maybe waiting for someone to respond to you, things of that nature. Okay, so your keywords here for awaiting results is patience, assessment, outcome, alternatives. Okay, you've put much energy into creating and attracting the relationships you desire and are eager to see positive results. Patience is needed, however, reshaping attitudes and beliefs takes time. Refining yourself so that you'll attract just the right person is a process. If you find yourself becoming frustrated at the apparent lack of visible change, step back and focus on something other than your relationships for a while. When you're feeling more detached, you'll be in a better position to notice any improvements. Okay, thus that Hermit card. If you've invested enough time, then take a moment to evaluate your progress. Are your efforts bearing fruit? Are you seeing the desired changes in your interactions with others? If yes, excellent. Carry on. If not, it may be time to shift your approach. Look for alternative strategies to affect the change you desire. What works with one person may not work with another. When working on yourself, be sure that you're being true to who you are and not simply following society's formula, in quotations, for relationships. Okay? So create your own path. Okay? Again, as it says, what doesn't work for one is not going to work for another. And make sure you're being true to yourself and not following societal norms, okay, in regards for relationships, okay? Meaning, stop taking advice from other people, especially, and I think we've touched on this before, especially those who are not in a position to even give you any advice, okay? Why listen to somebody who's been, and no shade, I'm not throwing shade at anybody, I'm just saying this could possibly be a situation, okay? Why listen to somebody who's had 2 failed marriages and 4 baby mamas to give you advice on how to get somebody back or how to go about being in a relationship or marital advice? That just makes no logical sense, in my opinion, okay? No shade, just saying, okay? People need to start looking at people's track records before they start asking for relationship advice from people, okay? So, that being said, sorry if I'm throwing shade at people, but I'm just saying, okay? It's just the same as people always like to say, oh, why would you ask for any relationship advice from somebody who's single, who's never been in a relationship? How can they advise you on how to be in a relationship and they've never had one before? Just the same as anyone who's been in a relationship can't really advise you, especially if their relationship have went poorly, okay? So to me, the same thing goes for them as well, okay? But, I don't know nothing. So, that being said, let's go in to this power of surrender for your message of support so we can wrap up your reading. Okay, Scorpios. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut by 3s. And so, you are getting the same card as Cancer. Again, you might want to go and watch that in the event that you are either dealing with a Cancer or you have Cancer in your chart. Surrender to non-action. And I literally shuffled these cards before your reading and shuffled just now and still ended up with the same card. Surrender to non-action. Surrender to non-action. This is for a separate set of you Scorpios and possibly residual Cancers, possibly cross-watching on Scorpio, okay? Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you, okay? Same situation as with Cancer. If you have already reached out to people in regards to maybe business desires or endeavors, okay, you've done what you need to do. You cannot push or escalate anything any further, okay? That could be you being a little bit presumptuous or a little bit overbearing in trying to make something move quicker than what it needs to, okay? People heard you the first time. They heard you the second time. And they don't need to hear from you a third, okay? You just need to be patient, okay? And wait. The more you bear down on someone to answer you in your time, when it's not based on you anymore, it's based on what that person has going on, okay? So they will get back to you in their own time, okay? You cannot force this, okay? Forcing it may end up causing you to lose it, okay? So back away. Let it be. They will get back to you eventually, okay? Work on something else, all right? Or take a break, whatever the case may be, all right? But for some of you, there's no action that needs to be done. This is double confirmation to await results, okay? So, that being said, that is all I have for you impatient Scorpio. But we have 2 more readings this week. So until then, if you can wait, I'll see you guys then. Peace.